Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. Sorry that I haven't had any videos up recently, but real life came a-knocking. That's how it is. So, first off,
Your mind comes bearing.
you have questions. What is it? What are you wearing around your wrist? If the birthing chimes are given to newborns, why do you wear a set now?
There was no child to carry it.
And suddenly there is a rattling cry across your consciousness as you see her flinch, visibly as if struck. You raise her hand and you see the chimes drab from them, yet they make no sound as he moves. In your memories, they look like bones.
And carry the weight of 100 deaths. I know, Watcher.
This is about the Hollowborn, isn't it?
The Hollowborn.
The same chill you felt before is strong now, as if welling up around your feet. To your ankles you feel a sudden urge to draw away, as if from unpleasant memories.
The Hollowborn have a future. They can be saved, and the tells spoke of such.
How would you know? Have you seen this future?
They can be saved. They must be saved. You have seen the beauty in childbirth. What good came into the world there on the plateau. You helped me recall it. It is a memory we shared. It is the truth.
In the memory you hid the chimes on your wrist from the mother. Why? It's not what I hid, but what she saw. She could not. The grieving mother squeezes her eyes shut and brings a hand to her ears. You have woven the truth for countless mothers. How can I trust that? How can I trust what you tell me? No more evocations. What really happened at the birthing bell?
And what would you consider real, Watcher? The truth that was experienced and remembered? Or the one that burned out only to be swept under the rug and forgotten like ash from a fireplace?
What happened mattered. Forgetting it doesn't make it any less real. I suppose what lived and remembered was more real. Yeah, we got this one. What happened mattered. Forgetting it doesn't make it any less real.
And how much of your own life has been lost to the error of memory? How many loves and betrayals were colored with the false hues of emotion? A pity to wonder how much of your own life happened the way you recall.
Can you tell me more about the birthing bell?
The birthing bell. It is where I could draw new souls into the world. I recall some of the memory of it through what you have seen, but not all.
But what did you do when the Hollowborn came?
The curse.
There's a slight chill between the two of you, a current of emotion. Next thoughts come slowly, almost frightened into your mind, like a terrified child, blanketed with mother's fear.
You speak of the curse that fell upon the children. This curse that has fallen on this country.
She lowers her head, seeing something seems to surround you, a mist heavy and thick as the grieving mother looks inward. It closes in, threatening to choke you. Finally she raises her gaze and the mist retreats. I know only that it's a scourge upon every hearth in the deer wood, and that it threatens to tear this country asunder. Where is the birthing bell located? Birthing bell lies deep in the great forest of the deer wood, at the borders Glenfath surrounding it. Barely a town, no one you would find on a map, but it held an important place for those, even if we were far from the beaten track. Small families tied like a knot, joined at the wrist and the mind in thought. All were welcome, all had purpose. Okay. That's all I could get out of her. The dream of memory. Discover the importance of the disturbing dream. I pressed her and she became evasive. I know there's more to the story, but I may have to spend more time with her in order to break through the lies she's woven around herself and us both.
Just say
Right.
the word.
We are going to go... Oh, we can't... How do we get to El Glanfath then? There must be a way...
Just say the word.
Unless it's not... That's the cave. Maybe here? Perhaps. I wish it indicated exactly which corners of the map you could travel on. No. Okay. Can't get the Twin Elms unless we have to go down to the Searing Falls, perhaps. Or if this, or is this? Oh, this is why this bit's flooded, isn't it? The gorge is flooded, so we can't get through. Man, that's annoying. Okay. What should we do? We can't get through the Twin Elms. Gotta go back to Cadnoa. That's good to know.
Last thing the Deerwood needs is another foreign colony.
This war criminal leaves the place. It's not the end of the world. Curio shop. I think this is the one we need to. Okay, so let's see. They're still in prison. That's all done. Right, we've got to get some resources. Finish exploring the path that goes below. Or do enough of it. Marches, we need to do that, I suppose, at some point as well, yeah.
Hail and well met.
Certainly. Right, so what do we need? We need all of those. Dank spores. We have everything else. So we don't need too much. Is there anything we can get rid of? We've got loads of stuff we can get rid of, all like unique weapons that we don't really need anymore. We can go with the fine crossbow. But first off, I should have the ingredients to upgrade my gear. Anything we can upgrade here? Nope. These are bound weapons. Be revived during combat 5 times to unlock. Yeah, that's not going to unlock, unfortunately, which is a pain. So what do we need to get him up? He's got exceptional, so we need superior. He needs dragon scale, okay. Arda dragon scale. His intelligence. It's already of intelligence, yes, that's already up. Right. That's soul bound to him. We can improve that to make it exceptional. That's soul bound to him. That's his staff. Nothing there can get improved. That's all done up. We could do from slaying, that might be useful actually. Wilder would be nice. Vessel is useful, especially against constructs, I find. Yeah, let's go with Vessel. There we go. Here's gear, is there anything we can do? Exceptional. He's got all that. Okay. That's his spear. His wand, he's not really doing anything with. We'll give it shock damage. What can we afford to lose? Primordial probably would be useful against Primordial. But for now, I need to get her stuff improved. We'll go Crushing Protection, because that's a really common one. One that does a lot of damage. What else? Let's enchant that bit. Can we do that? Kith against humans. Spirits, vessels, wilder, primordial. We'll go Kith slaying. There we go. Now, do you have anything that we can give her? Any rings or anything? No. What hasn't she got? She hasn't got any rings, but we don't have any to give, unfortunately. He's already done. Right.
Yeah. Not a problem. This place, as beautiful as it can be with the absence of children.
Alright, we're going to go in here. Right, here we go. We've got to grab some basic supplies. And this bloke. Also check out here. They've got a ring. Neck. Mind Lance plus 3 to con would be nice, actually. So we're going to put that in there for as the bloke's dead murderer's finger. The thing is, these are nice, but the problem is that like they only have like 5 uses. So I never use the things. So I don't see the point, to be honest. I'm not being nasty, but I just don't see the point. That will boost someone's con, but it's a neck. To max endurance, so that's that. 15 to max endurance, which is useful. Or we can give him the necklace. Yeah, I'm going to do that. His health goes up. His endurance drops by about 5, which isn't so much. But it gives a little bit more physical resistance, which is not too bad. So there we go. Right, that's done.
Just say the word.
Let's see what you have to wear. Let's trade some of our stuff we don't need. We have a lot of rubbish. Not being nasty, just how it is. I will say the game has like a lot of not pointless stuff, because nothing in this game is pointless, but that's not too bad. But there's a lot of stuff you just... I suppose it's to do with the fact that you need... oh, we lost that. Doesn't really matter. mean, it was a fine bow, but got a lot of stuff that we really need to go through. It's the same like with armors. At this point, you really don't need anything that isn't actually coloured. Anything that's not blue or anything else is pretty pointless at this stage of the game. $50 million hoods. It's like, yeah, we could get a massive amount of wolf hide. Like, never-ending supply of books. Right. Buy 2 camping supplies. And we have grappling hooks and everything else, so yeah, we're fine. Right. Quick check. She's got offhanded, right? So, compare. I mean, we could give it that, and her. We could get her to have. Like that. And then enchant it. Already has the exceptional enchantment, okay. We could do freezing. Actually, we don't have a lot of those. We can do. We'll do burning on it. And then we'll do spirits. We'll do what? Primordial, beast, spirit. Vessel is very useful. Well, actually, we do beast. So that's always useful. So now she's got freezing damage actually against beasts. Very nice.
Yeah.
We can press on down into the dungeon. The word of Cadnoa is spread far and wide. I expect to be seeing visitors from every corner of the world soon. I can't tell you how wonderful it is seeing this place restored to its original grandeur. Thank you, my lady. This keep only reflects what you have done for us, a monument, if you will. I've kept you too long, haven't I? I'll give you my report. I am disappointed by the statue. I thought she was going to be more interactive than she was. Seems like a missed opportunity. Alright, our prisoners. Everyone is locked up. Right. Back into the darkness we go. I have to be careful in case we get jumped again, which shouldn't happen. Right.
I shall be discreet.
This is the thing. Do I want to take someone else? And this is the thing I just suddenly realised, which is annoying. Do I want to actually take someone else? That might be useful, to be honest. I might take the bard. Just realised that. Because to this dungeon, so it'd be useful to have him along with us when we go. So we are going.
This place, as beautiful as it can be with the absence of children.
Switch out
May
him.
well watch your step.
Here we go. There we go.
Following your lead.
And let's just check his gear quickly before we go down. Is there anything we can enhance? He's got exceptional. That's all done. And get that up. There we go. We could get something to put a status effect on it, I suppose. We're out of those bells, that's annoying. Finest stock. I mean, we give him a blinking blunderbuss, but it's relatively low level now, unfortunately. Right. Just got to check out the gardens. Maybe they'll have botanicals. Yeah, maybe they'll have some herbs we can collect, or flowers, or something. No. Ugh. That's annoying. I'd hoped that we could. Oh well. Yep. See, this is something that's interesting. Where is it? Here we go. See, there's somebody down here. Trapped in a crystal. I want to see what that is. I have a feeling. Yep, take us 6 hours. I have a feeling who it is. I am enjoying playing Pillars of Eternity. It's a very nice game. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And quiet.
No. What the? Spirit of Odd Noir. Oh, it is Odd Noir. The shade emerges from like a wound from the world, split open to reveal a hollow darkness. Beneath a raving crown, a saddest lies a gleaming mask, bearing the visage of an old man. The silver face turns towards you, features cold and still. From within the socket of the masked eyes, glittering fire emits with an eerie light. Who are you? His voice.
Who are you? Would you abandon your king? Take up your sword! To battle! The enemy has come!
His voice seems to reverberate through the chamber. The masked eyes burn with a sudden new light, even as the room around you seems to glow dark. I am Gwen Ravenheart, and I have come to search for the master below.
Then you are no lost soul of mine. No soldier. I have no power over you. But neither have you found your quarry. For before you is Odd Noir, king in life of a great people, master now of nothing.
You built the endless path.
The endless paths. 1,000 hands toiled to create it. But it was my voice, my will, that directed them. The great work of our age.
Or it would have been if they'd only allowed me to finish, if they understood that from such rotted foundations could emerge a wondrous achievement, that the same curse I sought to cure afflicted them in turn. That my son might from one moment to the next be lost to me is abomination. His voice thickens with grief, reverberating through the chamber. He wants only that I should be proud of him. Now, how can a father convince his son that he might accomplish nothing and still be the light of his life? How, if he is gone? So many hours and days spent wondering. If I'd been there but a moment earlier, if I'd stopped him from leaving that morning, if I'd only known that I would have never seen him again.
Lost. Treading these endless paths. These regrets. With him forever moving out of reach. into some darker place, away from me. Have they loved nothing in all their lives? Lost nothing? Wives, husbands, children? Might I not show them then the agony of it?
Oddnoir's sage shudders, and the very shape of him seems to warp and twist. The tints of his dark crown grow long, and the surface of his mask ripples with molten metal. Is that your justification, that your grief outmatched everyone else's? Is that your justification, that your grief outmatched everyone else's? What did they make of their grief? Nothing. None of them dared. None tried. I had the vision, and the people followed me. They believed. They knew what I promised. And if some came only to test their knowledge, at least they contributed to our understanding. We came so close. You do not understand. The frustration of it has only festered in me. I cannot cease thinking of it. Some light surges behind Oddnoir's eyes, which burns and torrents flames every moment I have lost.
Have they loved nothing in all their lives? Lost nothing? Wives, husbands, children? Might I not show them then the agony of it?
What happened to this place? We sought a place where the veins of the world met, where the soul might be drawn in from the Adra. If we could only find the means to keep the soul intact, to preserve its memory, we were so close, it was nearly done. My people shaped for me a titan, vast and wondrous in form, so that it might be worthy of the soul that dwelled within it. He reaches out a hand, pointing at the dark and taping claw towards the steps. I have not looked upon it since. They will destroy all that I have worked for. They will steal my only hope. Oddnoir raised his arms, now lasting tendrils of shadow. Will we allow the rabble to strike us from this world, to steal my son for me a final time? Up, soldiers!
Up, soldiers! Up, conquerors of death! Keep them from the statue! Will you leave your lord to fight alone?
The stone seems to shake beneath your feet, and the air grows cold. But nothing emerges from the darkness. The echoes of Oddnoir's command fade. If you are not the master of this place, who is? Something with a longer reach, for I can do nothing outside this wretched chamber. The stone is like an anchor, and the mask turns back towards the crystal at the centre of the room, and the body there. Many souls
do pass from time to time into this place. The Audra draws them deep, and there they are consumed, but not by me.
Something dwells in the place beneath us, and there feeds upon my people as it did when we drew breath. It is an old ancient thing, and you will not conquer it any more than we could conquer ignorance. Oddnoir suddenly shudders, and the shape of him seems to warp and twist. At times, his dark crown grow long, and the surface mask ripples.
None walk there save Oddnoir's line. You will not tread in that place. Not there.
What's down there? All the souls the path ever known, bound still to the Adra, waiting for the chance at a rebirth, or else trapped within the fragments. He reaches a formless hand towards his mask, only to jerk it away as if scolded. My son, somewhere he must be. How are you still here? Is it strange? I can sense the power in you. Must have seen by now the limits of the shroud, how easy one slips its shackles if pressed. My son did not have the time, perhaps, too, if it was fast. His soul went swiftly into the stream, but I could find it again. I did find it. I was so close. And then the invaders, the mutineers, traitors all came to smash the machines to the crystals. They had no thought for the lives spent, the progress we had made, to rip a soul from the afterlife to return into my arms. I was so close. The mob slew my most faithful, then they came for me, a blade in the stomach, like any common dog, but I robbed them of their trophy. My body at least would have been not part of this place. I cast one final spell. He indicates a crystal at the centre of the room and gazes upon it for a few moments. Your people wanted vengeance for what you did to them. Vengeance, the subtle
Vengeance? And what of my vengeance? A son taken from me in prime of life. My boy, not of illness, nor of age, not well. Do you understand? His soul lingered yet in the living world. I knew it. I sensed it. But I could not speak to him, could not hear him.
You could have. I sense it on you. The spirit's voice is ragged, but we are 2,000 years too late. Now I remember him still. His face I need no carving to remember me. Remind me, for much like his mother, he wanted to be a warrior as he was, but had my temper, my wretched looks. He brings my fist rich in shadows. I would have slaughtered the world to have him return to me. They ought to have been honoured to sacrifice their lives for his resurrection to save their prince. But before you, okay, why have you sent beasts to attack me? What are you? Why should I concern myself with your life when they have trapped me here? I cannot cross the threshold. The way is barred to me. He is out of my reach even now. They have broken it, my statue, my memorial. The vein is severed, and I am parted from the source. And still something dwells in this place beneath us that feeds upon my people as it did. Okay, yeah.
None walk there save Odd Nua's line. You will not tread in that place. Not there.
I do not answer to dead kings. He sharpens toward you. I will tolerate no trespassers. Not here. The sisters will guard me. Still, the children of the wheel, but it's not the eternity they long for. The sisters will guard me. Still, the children of the wheel, but it's not eternity they longed for. Not discovery I promised, but still they linger there, bound to by loyalty alone. After all this time, you will not be what sends me below this place. If I am to keep my stronghold, I must deal with the master below. I have no interest in your statue. The keep will not be yours while the presence remains, and you will not defeat it. The caverns will be filled once more. They will boil up the steps. All your kith and kin will die. Leave this place, forget our names. You are able.
I will never see him again. Even in death. We have been more wholly separated than if I had never known him. He will have forgotten me. Have I not paid? Have they not cost me all I had?
Seems fitting that you were trapped like everyone else down here. Maybe so, but I am whole, yet his eyes burn with white rage, unless you make it otherwise. You have wronged a great many people. Yes, I know it. How could I not? I remember that well. I had so many years to think it over, to remember. You deserve this fate, I leave you to it. The blue flare sparks behind Ottawa's mask, casting a sticky light across the tiles. No, you will go from here and bring them with you. Bring the mob again with the blade and fire. They will destroy all they have worked for. They will steal my only hope. Will we allow them to rabble, to strike us from this world, to steal my son from me a final time? Up, soldiers! Up, conquerors of death! Children of the wheel! Adra, Rumora, Isunel, keep her from the statue. Oh, here we go. Spirit of Odd Noir. This is going to be a nasty fight, so what I'm going to do, folks, I'm going to put a cut in here, I'm going to stop. So if you have liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. You can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Steam, or leave a comment in the comment section, I shall get back in contact with you. I've been Cornish-Knight, this has been Pillars of Eternity, and we shall see you all next time for the showdown with Odd Noir and his spirit associates. Goodbye.